All right, sports ball fans, Christmas is finally here. It is Super Bowl Sunday. We're going to go ahead and roll. All right, World Wide Web, another super amazing edition of Sports and Tacos coming at you live on Super Bowl Sunday. It's the grand finale of football season. It's a happy day, but at the same time, for Denver Broncos fans, it's kind of like I'm glad that this season we'll be putting this season to rest. I'm sad that football season is going to be ending. But Alex Ginzel, G Unit. There are some people that are super, super happy about this Super Bowl Sunday. And I am happy that I think it should be a crazy good game. I'm your host, Spencer Cadigan, like usual. We have Alex G Unit Ginzel joining us, Robert the Mouth from the South Humphreys, like usual, Tony TMP, Big Daddy Pantoja, like always. We are the OGs on Sports and Tacos. We're supposed to have a bunch of people joining us today. I think Silver Fox is going to be hopping on to blab about his Eagles. I think Ian, the guy from Philly, is going to come on and talk about the Eagles. I think Paul Pratt is supposed to make a guest appearance and come on and give us his opinion about the Super Bowl. But yeah, we should have a pretty good little Super Bowl show. I think I don't know, Joe Camparelli might stop on and I don't know, give us his opinion about the Raiders. I don't know why Joe wanted to come on, but opinions. Everybody's got one about the Super Bowl. So
that's right.
Let's start it off. Let's start off with like monologues. Alex, why are the Chiefs going to win the Super Bowl?
You ask me this every episode, Spencer. 3 words: Patrick effing Mahomes.
Boom. Just like that.
And you've been saying it now too. They're so good. He's the best NFL quarterback on the field today. All the NFL experts, I was reading about it actually this morning, and they said he's the best on the field. He's ready. Andy Reid is ready. Andy Reid knows the Eagles. So he's ready to put some plays on him. I think it's super cool that Jason and Travis Kelce are playing each other, 2 brothers. That's really, really cool. But even Travis's mom thinks that the Chiefs are going to win. So
that could cause a family feud.
I know.
That's going to be fun for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. Both of your sons in the Super Bowl. That is so cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
basically, yeah, Patrick Mahomes. Okay. TMP.
Yeah.
Who is going to win the Super Bowl and why?
Yeah, I'm going the Birds. I'm taking them. Usually I take an AFC team, but it's the Chiefs, man. It's the Chiefs. So, yeah, I'm taking the Eagles. I gave the 1.5. I feel it's going to be a fantastic game. I just think it's going to be great. You got 2 great quarterbacks. One of them is an MVP of the NFL now, and it's just going to be great. You got great receivers. You got a great tight end. You got another great tight end. And those quarterbacks, let's see what they got today.
Yep.
For the Eagles.
Yeah. All right, Bama, give me your monologue.
Well, you do notice I do have on a green jacket today. So
it could be
that represents the Super Bowl winning Philadelphia Eagles coming up.
Yeah.
No, it's just got to be a great game. Like I said, MVP Mahomes going at it again. They've been there. They lost the last one, but they're not going to be able to keep up with the Eagles' offense on this one.
Yeah.
Eagles D is going to slow them down enough. They're not going to shut them out or nothing. Don't get me wrong.
Nah.
Yeah.
Eagles defense is going to slow down Mahomes them enough to where it hurts, and that offense will get enough points to get the game won.
Yeah.
That's mine.
That's your opinion.
That's mine.
Got it.
It's going to come down to basically the lines, man. I think the Philly line's going to keep the KC defense off them enough for Jalen Hurts to get something done. Opposite side, the Philly defensive line is going to get just enough pressure on Mahomes to slow him down by a score or two. So
that's
right.
But also, like the good old story goes, man, defense wins championships, and I think right now Philadelphia has the better defense.
Yes, two best offenses going at it, but got to throw in the defense. Philly's just a better defense. That should be the edge, but
the over in the game is 50 and a half?
Yeah.
Over, 51. That's one of those, I think, take the over because, geez Louise, you got two of the best teams going head to head. You haven't had that in a long time. Now you do, and it's going to be a great game.
Is there anybody know off the top of their head? You know how there's in college, there's the Heisman jinx. If you win the Heisman, you don't usually win the national championship kind of deal. Is there an MVP jinx that goes along with that for the NFL? Anybody know
I don't. Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. But
like when Terrell Davis, he got the NFL MVP, and then in the Super Bowl, he got the Super Bowl MVP with the migraine.
Jeez.
With the migraine, all the things.
Product of his environment.
I think
Terrell Davis, great running back, but I could have ran 1,000 yards between them.
He ran 2,000 yards.
That's why I said I could have done 1,000, not 2, but 1,000.
I guess it's really simple. Great players don't always play great. They just play great when they have to. And Mike Tyson has this saying, everybody's got a plan until they get punched right in the mouth. And I think that's what's going to happen to the Philadelphia Eagles today.
Yeah.
That's just my personal opinion. I think they're going up against GOAT Jr. I mean, the man has taken the Chiefs to 5 straight AFC championship games and 3 Super Bowls. He's already won 1. He's lost 1. But, I mean, the guy in his first 6 years has big games are like he plays in big games like Tony drinks Budweiser. It ain't no thing.
I love my Tony Weisers.
It ain't no thing but a chicken wing to Patrick Mahomes. I think there's going to be a lot of nerves on the Eagles side. And I think the Eagles, honestly, are going to play a good game. On paper, I understand why the Eagles are favored. Because on paper, they run the football great. They play great defense. Jalen Hurts has had a great season. But again, I'm just betting on greatness. It's that simple. For some reason, it just seems like in Super Bowls, great players win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm there right with you.
There's a lot of great players on Philadelphia just because they haven't been there before. Before KC got there and did it, you wouldn't consider them great players, but they got there and done it. So maybe this is Philly's chance to become great players in your mind.
It could be. I have been wrong. I have been known to be wrong occasionally, but
Niners, Cincinnati.
San Diego. He's got a lot of posters on that wall now. And every time he chooses that team, he gives that team bad luck.
Streaks end. All I'm going to tell you is streaks end, and my losing streak ends today. I am a Patrick Mahomes fan today. It's just greatness. It's just greatness. And okay, I'm gonna start us off. I have lots of Spencer hot takes and bold statements for today's show. Okay, to me, I believe the Philadelphia Eagles are the 2015 Carolina Panthers. Tell me why I'm wrong, Bama.
Let's see the Cam Newton Panthers back there. Good defense, good tight end. I remember, I would say that Jalen Hurts maybe is a little bit better thrower than Cam Newton. Personally, I think so. I I would say that their defense is probably a bit better than Carolina's. I think Carolina had a good one back then, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're pretty similar teams right there in a sense. I could see that. Yeah. But it ain't going to be the same outcome because I don't see the Chiefs being like the mighty Broncos that year, and I do see the Eagles being a lot better offensively than the Carolina Panthers that year.
Yeah. Tony, tell me I'm wrong.
I feel you're wrong.
Why?
Like Bama said about the quarterbacks, I think Jalen has a better arm. They're both agile. But at the same time, let's look at the running backs. They got Philadelphia has Boston Scott, Miles Sanders. They're both good. They got a good the tight ends, I think, are pretty even matched. Defense. Philadelphia has a better defense.
Mhm.
And they're quicker than the Carolina Panthers. They go down the field when they need to, and I think they're going to be doing it a lot today. I think both teams are going to be doing it a lot today, but it's going to be a high-scoring game. But that's my beliefs. Eagles.
And, I mean, Alex, I'm not sure how familiar with the 2015 Broncos
not.
and Panthers. So the Panthers that year finished 15-1. Their team was, to me, very similar to the Eagles. Cam Newton was
Won the MVP that year.
Won the MVP that year. He ran the ball like a madman. He threw the ball like a madman. Their team ran the ball good. They had a great tight end. I think they had Greg Olsen back then, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think they did. Okay, they had a great defense. They were 15-1. I'm pretty sure they were favored over the Broncos in that Super Bowl.
You know what you just described to me now, thinking about it, Spencer? You just described the Kansas City Chiefs as the Carolina Panthers, is what you were just going at right there. With a great tight end, MVP quarterback,
The
solid
quarterbacks
defense.
the quarterbacks are not comparable.
MVP to MVP, that seems pretty similar. Right?
That's what to get to my point. You're going to get to my point. Everybody thought that, Cam Newton, this was his year. The Carolina Panthers are going to win the Super Bowl. And they played the Denver Broncos, who had the smartest quarterback to ever play in the NFL, known as one Peyton effing Manning. And who won that Super Bowl? Don't get me wrong, the Broncos defense and Von Miller basically won that Super Bowl, but the score of that game was 24-10. All right. And Peyton Manning, he was broken down by that point. The guy could barely throw the football freaking 20 yards. But he was still the smartest quarterback in my opinion, in NFL history. And he took the Broncos to beat the Carolina Panthers 24-10 by just being what he was an extremely smart pocket passing quarterback, and in that defense. It just, to me, I don't know. I did something. I remember I did this back in 2015 because I was like, how in the world did the Carolina Panthers finish 15-1 that season? You know what I did? I went and looked at their schedule, and I realized something that I realized about the Eagles today. Basically, they haven't really beat anybody. Seriously. The Carolina Panthers in 2015, that 15-1, I went and looked at it. They hadn't really beat many good teams that entire season to get to that 15-1 record. They were overrated, and so are the Philadelphia Eagles. They are overrated. I think the NFC is it's been a down year for the NFC. And seriously, I went and looked at their wins this year. And it's not, to me, it's just not that impressive. So,
wow.
It just, to me, I'm just looking at the similarities, and we'll go through it here. And again, tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
They beat.
Boy, man, I bet on that poster of Mahomes that you have on that wall, I bet there's X's and O's and a big old heart.
I mean, honestly.
Oh my gosh, doing this. Ready to do his jazz bath.
So we're just because we got a whole hour here. They barely beat the Lions in week 1. They beat the Vikings. The Vikings were the complete most overrated team I've ever seen. Like, I don't know how the Vikings finished with the record they did. They beat the Redskins, whoopity doo. They beat Jacksonville, whoopity doo. They beat Arizona, whoopity doo. And now the biggest win, they won at home against the Cowboys, which 26-17. That's a pretty big win. They beat the Steelers. They beat the Texans. They beat the Redskins. They beat the Colts. They beat Green Bay, which normally you'd be like, oh, they beat Green Bay. Green Bay basically sucked ass this year. They beat Tennessee. They beat the Giants. They beat the Bears. They lost to Dallas in Dallas. They beat the Saints, and they beat the freaking Giants.
Mhm.
What would he freaking do? How many great quarterbacks did he have to play in this entire season? How many, there's
Yeah.
not many. How many top-tier quarterbacks did he face? Trevor Lawrence?
No, Trevor's not top tier. Trevor's not a top tier.
Well, he's considered top tier now.
Yeah, by his schedule, Spencer. Yeah, by that schedule, that's not like playing. I mean, I guess I don't know the Chiefs schedule, but I know you at least got to play like Herbert and Carr, and I'm sure they played Tampa Bay, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't they play them this year?
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to, like, I don't know the Chiefs schedule off the top of my head, but yeah, it sounds
I mean, you make a
So,
really good point, Spencer. You make a really good point.
But to that though, they didn't just squeak by. They pretty much dominated all those games. It's not like they were winning like the Vikings did by one score most weeks. Every week they won. I mean, Eagles, if they were playing to lesser competition, like you're saying, they pretty much dominated that lesser competition.
And this is just my opinion. I think the NFC overall was lesser competition compared to the AFC this year. Tell me I'm wrong. Anybody. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're right.
I mean,
you're right.
what you got on the other side? Yeah, besides a good defense and a third string quarterback in San Francisco. I mean, Dallas team that's like Jekyll and Hyde.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones in the playoffs, that's always weird. So, I guess looking at the teams in there, I probably would with Cincinnati, Kansas City. I mean, I guess you would say
Buffalo.
AFC strong in Buffalo. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I
That
agree.
doesn't determine who wins the Super Bowl when you play heads up.
It doesn't, but it just, to me, it helps to gauge how good a team really is.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Yeah, but you know what?
Really,
Both teams, you got to think about this, Shotgun. Both teams deserve to be where they're at
No, they
because of what they did for the whole year. Holy cow, the Eagles only lost one game. That's cool, but, and
well, they lost. No, the Eagles lost
They
like
had
3
seen
games. They kind of.
But those were Gardner Minshew, though, pretty much.
Yeah, that was with Uncle Rico. But
Mhm.
Mahomes. Okay, Jalen Hurts for the most part has never really played in much big games, right? Did they make the playoffs? Didn't they sneak into the playoffs last year?
Yeah, they made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
yeah,
But
then
it's
they
not-
pulled. Then when they pulled out Hurts, it was whole controversy, and the coach ended up getting fired.
right. So if we're just I guess plain old factoring in the season, I mean, I'm looking at Mahomes. He beat the Cardinals. He beat the Chargers. They had that freak loss to the Colts in Week 3, which was weird. He beat Brady. He beat the Raiders. Barely lost to Buffalo. And this, I'm going to get into this game a little later because I think this one particular game, to me, is the one common denominator about these two teams. And that is when they went into San Francisco and just smoked the 49ers like a pack of cigarettes. That was the number one defense in the NFL. They were on the road and they smoked the Niners 44-23 in San Francisco. And I think that personally, that one game is the common denominator. Because don't get me wrong, the Eagles also smoked the 49ers, but it was at home against a fourth string quarterback. They had Garoppolo, and Garoppolo actually had a pretty good day in that game. He threw for over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, but it wasn't even close. And I'm not going to lie, that obviously is what I hope is going to happen today, but I would not be surprised if a 44-23 type score happens. And we can get even deeper into how I think the game might pan out and how you'll know early in the game. But then he beat Tennessee, he beat Jacksonville, he beat the Chargers, he beat the Rams, barely lost to the Bengals, the Broncos, Houston, Seattle. I mean, Seattle was actually a lot better team than people thought this year. Denver again and Vegas again. So I don't know, just based on big game experience and who have you actually beat. I mean, think about it like the BCS. You know, the BCS, you get into the BCS based on a lot like who you beat, correct?
Yeah, definitely determines. Yeah.
So,
Well, like I said, both teams they deserve to be there.
no, they do. They do. But
on any given Sunday, anything can happen. Turnovers, running for your life, injuries, which we don't want any, but at the same time, yeah.
Paul Pratt.
And the big.
What up, bro?
What's up, Paul?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm worshiping right now. Stepped outside and worshiping. I'm actually wearing my jersey. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It looks sick, Paul. We love it.
Yeah.
So
I
can't stay on too long though, but I want to let you know it's my pick because my head says the Chiefs, my heart says the Eagles. So technically, I'm picking both teams, but because I want some historic things to happen, I gotta say go Eagles.
Oh man,
yes.
No way.
Yes, good call.
No way. Patrick Mahomes is GOAT. No, Patrick Mahomes is GOAT Junior, Paul. Great players don't always play great. They just play great when they have to. And
Hold on, but you're a Broncos fan. I'm a Raiders fan. How are you going?
You know, honestly, like I would normally be rooting against the Chiefs. That AFC Championship game, Patrick Mahomes showed me he is a G. But like broken ankle.
You just noticed that? You just found that out?
Well, you know, like okay, it's one thing to go out and put up all kinds of numbers and be this circus freak that he was, but man, -6 degrees, busted ankle. There was you would have had to drag his.
He wasn't the only person playing out there. He was the only person out there playing hurt. Everybody plays hurt.
I know, but that game showed me
he did what he's supposed to do. He did what he's supposed to do.
Level. I've seen players in the NFL that put me on the bench, coach. My foot's hurt.
Oh, like
hey, bro, he has Patrick Mahomes on his wall in his Speedo kit, has a heart on it, and says X's and O's. And he's a Bronco fan.
That game showed me something.
He's not going to be able to get away from that Philly defense today, though.
Philly's D is too strong.
Yeah. So okay, Paul, give me. I know we don't have you for too long, but give me your predicted score.
Ooh. I'm gonna say prediction. Okay. Prediction. I'm gonna say 35-34 Eagles.
Ooh, that was really close.
Oh
to mine.
man, yeah.
I said 34-31 Chiefs. And I think it's only because the Chiefs are going to have the ball in that last possession of the game. And there's, with Brady retiring, there's nobody in the NFL. I would rather have the football at the end of the game if you need to win.
Patrick Mahomes, yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
This matchup, this two-team matchup is so interesting because it's so hard to really gauge. It's like, if this is a 7-game series, they're going 7 games. Like if this team play 10 games, they probably split it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like who's going to execute, who's going to make. It's going to come down to that last play execution and who executes and plays their game plan the best. Because I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. Because I don't think nobody's just overpowering nobody. I think it's pretty much equal.
No, we were just talking about big game experience that goes to Mahomes. I mean, he's been in 5 AFC Championship games already. This is his 3rd Super Bowl. Mahomes has played in, Hurts is I think 1 playoff game.
Yeah, so but he's played big time football in Alabama. He's been in that championship game, so he knows light. You know what I'm saying?
He's been in the games, yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, once the light goes off, kick off, it's just football after that. So it's like, all right, let's go. You resort back to what you normally used to. You don't think like, oh, fourth quarter, oh my God, Super Bowl. No, you just keep playing. You know what I mean?
Just keep playing. Yeah, you block out the crowd. You're not worried about the crowd. It's just. And then the other thing we were chatting about is I had some hot takes about how I honestly don't think that we were looking at their schedules, both their schedules this season, and the Eagles, in my opinion, really haven't had that many. They didn't really beat anybody that I saw.
No,
compared to the Chiefs. So that's where we were when you hopped on. We were just kind of arguing about.
And they got lucky. And they got lucky. You know what I'm saying? When people get injured, like the San Francisco Niners, the Niners getting injured. You know what I'm saying? Like they had a. It's almost like it's kind of like the football guys are saying like, oh, it's the Eagles' time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think the Eagles can win it, because it's like when the energy's going that way, Patrick Mahomes gonna have to do something to combat that force. You know what I'm saying?
I think that the Eagles are the 2015 Carolina Panthers. I think they are overrated.
Yeah.
And I think that Goat Jr. is going to come out today, and I think it's not going to be a whooping, but I just don't see Mahomes leaving this game a loser.
Ooh, this is gonna be a fight.
Yeah,
we're gonna see. This may be one of the greatest Super Bowls of all time. We're gonna see a fight.
It should be, or could be very well, definitely. Yeah,
it's gonna be a fight.
And then, the last thing we were chatting about was I kind of looked at the common denominator you were just talking about was the 49ers. The Eagles did whoop the 49ers with like a fourth-string quarterback at home. Earlier in the season, the Chiefs went into San Francisco and whooped the 49ers with Jimmy G. And Jimmy G had a good game. He threw for over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. They won that game 44-23, and it was never close. And they have the best defense basically in the NFL. So Mahomes went on the road to San Fran and just laid one on the 49ers.
Yeah.
Hey, Shotgun, don't you remember the Broncos beat the 49ers too?
Dang it. The 11-10 men's softball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. So anyways, that's where we're at, Paul. So
I gotta get back to my Jesus worship
awesome.
team. Sorry, that's my faith. I'm sorry.
We understand.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Hey, have a great Super Bowl. Be safe, please. Wherever you guys are at, or no drinking and driving.
Yeah.
And guess what? The next year the Super Bowl will be the Lions. So let's go.
Hey,
It could be.
Playing the Broncos.
I'm with it.
Now,
you guys take care. God bless you guys. God bless you.
Bye,
Paul.
Peace.
All right, so that's our buddy Paul Pratt. Okay, let's take a quick break, guys. We'll run some commercials, and then we'll just dive back into more Super Sunday Super Bowl talk. So back in a couple minutes, sir.
All right, this is Sports and Tacos. We got freaks out there. We got 4 of them. We got 5. All right, this is Sports and Tacos. We got freaks out there. We got 4 of them. We got 5 of them. We got special guests. We got a man in the shower. We got a brainiac. We got a guy that looks like he's supposed to be on Sports Center. And then you got me. It's all about the TMP, Sports and Tacos.
Perfect. We're gonna have to make a bunch of commercials in the off season and then just have a best of commercial episode.
All right, ladies and gentlemen in TV land, YouTube Sports and Tacos, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sunday Fun Day. Come join us, YouTube Sports and Tacos.
That's good.
I'm getting ready to get on. Why Sports and Tacos? Because we're number 1. We try to do things a little different from everybody else, and that's who we are because we party like the big dogs.
Okay, sweet. Sorry, so good. Just so
good.
You can see Sports and Tacos at YouTube. Smash that subscribe button right now. We are on Sunday mornings, Monday nights, and Thursday nights. Sports and Tacos, YouTube, subscribe. Do it now. Sports talk shows where the hosts may be famous. When they get paid, no matter whether they're right or wrong, kind of like the weatherman, on Sports and Tacos, we only get paid to be right. So on Sports and Tacos, we put our money where our mouth is. Who are the guys at Sports and Tacos? We're a bunch of sports experts who work together in a huge sports bar forever. And we know more sports than anybody in this entire world because we put our money where our mouth is. I'm running all of them, just so you know.
We get paid to put our money where our mouth is. We tell you how it is for real, not what they want you to say. Listen to us. Sports and Tacos.
Cool. Perfect.
Sports and Tacos.
Watch Sports and Tacos.
YouTube is the place to go to watch some Sports and Tacos, y'all. Check us out 3 times a week. Follow us, like us. We love you. Let's do it. Join us.
Okay. That's a good. Join us.
All about having some fun, a little bit of sports knowledge from 3, 4, 5, 6 different folks, depending on the night. Let you know about what happened that day in sports. We'll get to it. Check us out. Sports and Tacos at YouTube.
Perfect. Okay, cool. We'll just do our sponsors real quick. Sports and Shopping. Want to give a shout out to Megan Johnson and Doug Plank. Hope to be having them back on the show again soon. I know, it's a sad day because of this, after the Super Bowl, football ends, but then the draft begins and you got a lot to talk about there. Also, my buddy Ray Panetta with Pro Signatures Memorabilia. I've been talking to Ray. We're going to get him on the show sooner or later. I think I'm going to go next week. I think after football season ends, I'm going to try and start doing a little memorabilia type segment. Maybe, if you guys remember when we used to break boxes of cards open, it's just kind of fun, makes for good TV, even if, during the segment kind of gives you something to do, And then obviously we're going to give a shout out to our good buddy Paul Pratt and his super amazing electrolyte injected NOAA water. So anybody out there, go check it out on, I think you can Google it. You can go to Instagram also. Check out Paul Pratt's NOAA water. So anyways, back to Super Bowl talk. Tony.
Spencer, real quick.
Yes.
The winner of the game is going to be decided before the kickoff.
Before the kickoff?
Speaking of crazy stats, I saw the last 8 Super Bowl champion winners have all lost the coin toss.
Wow.
Really?
That's a pretty crazy stat.
Okay,
right there.
Actually what that tells me is that streak's about to end, and whoever wins the coin toss is going to win the Super Bowl today. And I got another streak for you too. I looked up, and you'll like this. And I dug deep into this because I'm an Alabama fan. Since my Baltimore Ravens won the Super Bowl in 2012, that's 11 straight so far. Mm-hmm.
This will be the 12th straight Super Bowl. The previous 11 straight Super Bowl winners all had a player from the University of Alabama on their roster.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs do not have a rostered player from the University of Alabama on their roster. And the 3 times previously that teams played without a rostered Alabama player, they lost. So there's another streak right there that might get broken today.
Yeah, there might be something to that. My I was thinking this morning about this. I think who wins the coin toss could win the game. And I definitely think the Chiefs, if the Chiefs win the coin toss, they elect to get the football and they go down and score a touchdown on the first possession of the game, I think the Chiefs will win the Super Bowl. And
do you think both teams like this? Usually teams defer, get the ball second half. But I think, like I say, this is a game to where I think both teams would want that ball first if they win the toss, just to go down and do like you said, get that touchdown, punch them in the mouth real fast if you can.
And this is why I say this in regards to the Kansas City Chiefs. If they can go drive down immediately and score a touchdown, it will put the Eagles a little bit on their heels. The Chiefs want the Eagles playing catch up the entire game. Because if at any point the Eagles go up, if the Eagles go up by a touchdown, 2 touchdowns, and they can start to run the football and grind that clock, that's not going to be good for the Chiefs.
Yeah,
they just won't. So what I'm getting at here is if the Eagles are playing from behind and they have to throw the football more and run the football less, I think they lose this game. And not only that, but either way, I think it's going to be a crazy, hella close game. So if Kansas City gets the ball first, goes down, scores a touchdown at 7-0, and somehow the Chiefs have the ball last, I think the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Because I'm not going to lie, on paper, defense wins championships, running the football controls the clock. But dude, Patrick Mahomes is the X factor. Because that exact same template is the 49ers in that game in San Francisco, where they can run the football. They have a hella good defense, ball control offense, and they lost 44-23.
No, you can't compare Jalen Hurts. You can't compare Jalen Hurts and Jimmy Garoppolo, man.
You can't, but they're the same style of teams.
No, because San Francisco's did not have as near as good a quarterback as the Philadelphia Eagles have.
He threw for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. They ran the ball good, and they have the #1 defense in the NFL. And the Chiefs were in San Francisco. And
all right, so in my mind, if Jimmy G and that team was able to move the ball on KC, then Philly should have no problem moving the ball on KC.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. No, that's exactly what I'm getting at. I think that Philly will be able to move the ball. But if they are playing from behind, they're screwed because they're never going to get caught up against a guy like Mahomes. That's my opinion. What do you think, Tony?
I agree, back and forth. But I do like that idea of whoever wins the coin toss. I think they're going to want the ball first just to prove something. Because both teams, they're ready. Both teams are on fire. They got 2 electric teams. And on a whim, they go down the field no matter what. One quick play. They both have deadly receivers. And plus you got 2 great quarterbacks. It's gonna be a high scoring game. Gosh darn it. High scoring game. It's gonna be fun.
No, it's going to be crazy fun.
Yeah.
And again, obviously I'm probably trying to talk myself into it, but Mahomes, again, everybody has a plan until Patrick Mahomes steps on the field and you're like, holy crap, that just happened.
Yeah.
So, but running the football is how you can beat a team like Mahomes by keeping him off the field, which the Eagles can do. But if they get behind a little bit and they start to stray from running the football, I think that plays into the Chiefs' favor. So
that's a tough one, man, because they got some
pretty good wideouts.
They got D. Smith, they got freaking Brown, they got even a good tight end, Goldberg, and then you also got Sanders that can catch the ball.
Sounds, I'm not going to lie.
It's like we can make the same argument for either team. I mean, you can point out that the Chiefs are going to do that to the Eagles just because they got that much on offense.
Yeah, the Chiefs, they got Kelsey, they got McKinnon, they got Pacheco, they have that Tony kid.
Tony's going to have a big play there.
Yeah, and then Juju Schuster. You could say both sides, man. It all depends what happens when game time starts. It's not going to, we can fight about this down the road all we can until game time. It's when the game hits.
Okay, I want to dive into, because we can dive into a lot of this, and this actually is all totally related. I'm going to dive into player props. So, what are your guys' thoughts? Patrick Mahomes over or under 293.5 yards passing? I'm taking over all day.
I'm taking over.
293.
Yep.
I'm going to take the under on that one.
Under.
Me too.
Okay.
Me too.
There was, I was listening to the radio last night, and obviously, if you're the Eagles, you would think you would want to try and do something about Travis Kelce. Double team him, triple team him. The thing that's crazy to me about Travis Kelce is every team that plays Travis Kelce has to have that same game plan, right? Okay, well, we got to double team Travis Kelce, and not only does it not seem to work because he still comes out and just lights people up, but maybe the Eagles are a great defense. Maybe they do double team Travis Kelce today. It just makes so.
You don't double. I don't think you do that actually, like you say, because I mean, even when you double team him, you get burned. Most teams do. I think you realize that Kelce's going to get his. Just don't let him have a 12 catch, 150 yard, 3 touchdown game. Hold him to about 80 yards and 1 touchdown. Mm-hmm. That's a good game. But if you can hold him to that and just make everybody else have bad games, then I think that's your recipe for being the Chiefs.
The reason I feel like the under, that 293 and the under is because the fact that Philadelphia is going to blitz him all day, I just feel it because, we don't know if this injury is whatever it is, but if he's healthy again, if he is, I'm so happy for him. But at the same time, they're going to test him. That's why I'll take the under on that. If they start getting to Mahomes and he can't pass the ball, he's going to have to hand it off. I think it's going to be a Pacheco and McKinnon day for the backfield for Kansas City because I think they're going to get rushed all day long.
And here's kind of where I was going with all that. So let's say the game plan is, okay, you have to stop Kelce, double team Kelce. We're going to blitz the F out of Mahomes. I think Juju Smith-Schuster could have a huge day today.
It's going to take somebody, him or Tony, one of those guys, yeah.
If you have to double team Kelce, and see, here's the problem with blitzing a great NFL quarterback with a laser rocket arm like Patrick Mahomes. If you don't get there, you're screwed. Because there is going to be wide receivers wide open everywhere, way downfield.
Yeah, but you also got to remember they got a pretty decent defense. Well,
no, they do.
Decent's not the word. They got a good defense.
I get it.
But at the same time, I see a high-scoring game where defense is going to help. But you know what? I feel this time around in the fourth quarter, whoever turns the ball over, they're in trouble.
Turnovers are going to be a huge factor. But if that is their game plan, double team Kelce, blitz the hell out of Mahomes, I just see Mahomes lighting them up with big plays. The guy, I've just seen so many times, especially like with the Broncos, where you woulda, coulda, shoulda. You had 2 hands. You had the jersey. You almost had him on the freaking ground. And the dude, left-handed, 30-yard pass to a receiver who's so wide open, like there's not anybody within 20 yards of the guy.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you blitz Patrick Mahomes and you don't get there.
That's why you don't blitz him all the time.
It's the danger zone.
That's why, but yeah, Philly. I think Philly's got a good enough front four, man. They can get pressure on Mahomes with 4 or 5 instead of having to bring 6 or 7.
It's just gonna be. I'm gonna be happy for this game.
Okay,
it's gonna be awesome.
Let's see. I hope I'm not building it up too much now, here, because it's just it seems like it has the makings of one of the best out there.
They haven't played each other since 2021, so they don't know what they're up against. The Eagles don't know what they're up against with this.
It's the scary part. We're all repping it up, saying how high the score is going to be. Watch, it's going to be 7-10.
Yeah, right.
7-10.
That's funny.
Harrison Butker is going to be the MVP.
Yeah, the kicker just got the MVP. How do you feel? I don't know, man. I just don't know.
There's just I don't. Maybe
no one knows.
Anything's possible. So Travis Kelce over or under 79.5 yards receiving.
I'll
Over.
take the over.
I like the over.
I'll take the over.
I think I'm going under, and just because I think they're going to use him as bait.
Even when you use him as bait, he still gets 70, 80 yards, it seems like.
Yeah,
That's true.
or he scores 3 touchdowns.
Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, yeah. Now the odds: Travis Kelce scores a touchdown, so it's minus 150 for one touchdown, plus 110 for no touchdowns. G Unit. Does Travis Kelce score a touchdown today?
Yes. He scores 2.
Ooh.
If he scores 2,
She could be right there.
Yeah.
if
Could
he
be MVP.
scores 2, I think the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Yeah, he does not need to score 2 for Philly's sake, I feel like.
Yeah.
And if he
That
does,
means-
I
that
think he's
means
beating over
they-
2 touchdowns in the
Because
game.
I will tell you this: like, if they cannot stop Kelce, I don't care about anything.
That's
It's
Yeah.
a long day for the Eagles.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to stop Kelce. You just got to keep him from having just a monster, 200-yard game like he did. What, the last playoff game it was, or whatever it was.
Mhm. Okay,
Yeah.
and here's my favorite prop bets of the day, or my. I mean, I'm not going to do anything on it, but Juju Smith-Schuster receiving yards, it's only 37.5. For some reason, I think he's going to have a big day. I think he's going to be open.
37.5. Juju.
Mhm.
It doesn't seem like a lot, but I think it's a sucker bet. I'm going to take the under.
I think it's a sucker bet. So
I'm opposite. I'm going to take the over because some of the plays that he's made were pretty big plays where it's 40-yard touchdown
One hit one
catch. Yeah, where that's his biggest catch of the day. But where he gets 3 receptions, but with 3 receptions, he's got 60+ yards plus a touchdown because of that one bomb. Now I'll take the over.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to some interesting Eagles stuff here. Jalen Hurts passing yards, 240.5. I'm going over.
That's a tough one. 240.
I say over just because in my perfect world, they're going to be playing from behind. So they're going to be throwing more than they're running.
See, and I was thinking the under because they'll be ahead and once won't have to pass a whole lot. See, I'm going to go 240. I go under 240.5.
Like the under. What do you think, G Unit? 240 passing yards for Jalen Hurts.
I don't know. I don't watch him enough. I'll go under.
Go under. What do you think, Tony?
I'll take the over.
You like the over?
He's got D. Smith. He's got Brown. He's got Goldberg. He's got his backfield that can catch balls. I'll take the over.
You can catch balls.
Balls.
Just catching balls.
Okay. What is this? Jalen Hurts. Okay. Will Jalen Hurts throw a touchdown first or an interception first?
It's a touchdown first.
I think he'll run it in.
Yeah, I think maybe he might. Yeah, because he might not throw a touchdown tonight.
He has to throw it.
He could run in like 3 or 4.
Well, the prop is Jalen Hurts touchdown pass minus 350. Jalen Hurts throws an interception first plus 250. So they think that he's
right there. I'd say I'd probably take the interception first, but no, he throws a touchdown first.
Yeah. So what other good props do we got here? Okay. Jalen Hurts, longest run of the day. Over or under 13.5 yards?
Over.
Yeah, I'd go over on that one.
Over.
I like over on that too.
That boy's got wheels.
He does. If he man.
What's Mahomes' rush? Is there a Mahomes prop for his rushing yards?
I don't know if there was much of a prop for Mahomes. Rushing yards that I could see anyways. Let's see here.
Because that boy's got legs too.
Not right now, but
Yeah, you got a good point there. That's probably why it's not in there.
So, who do you guys? Okay, for the Chiefs, who do you think is going to score the first touchdown for the Chiefs?
Oh man, Pacheco.
Kelsey.
Kelsey's the favorite. Pacheco's second.
Yeah.
I'm going 8-1. Juju Smith-Schuster.
Juju.
And
Or McKinnon could get back involved. They need to get McKinnon back involved. Casey does.
I say Tony scores first.
Yeah, he's probably got
Tony.
one.
Yeah, he's number 5. He's 8.5-1.
Mm-hmm.
There I go.
Let's check the.
Here I go again. Yeah, baby.
A Mahomes rush.
Spencer, they're talking about Juju Smith-Schuster right now, actually, on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
How he's going to have a really good game.
Is he inactive? Is that what they're saying? He's not playing today?
No, he's definitely.
No.
Yeah, no, they're talking about how Kansas City's just going crazy right now.
Oh, speaking of, do you think having Edward Solaire is going to have any difference? Is he going to play much today? You think? Since he's the running back that was supposed to be the man this year was for the first 3 weeks, then all of a sudden went nowhere. Pacheco took over, and now he's back off IR. Edward Solaire is.
I bet they give him a couple plays, but their star running back right now is Pacheco.
I just
Pacheco.
It kind of seems like at least for the Chiefs, it could be the kind of game where somebody you don't think could be the hero.
Edward Solaire hadn't played in forever, and they'd lost faith in him.
Yeah.
Or
Boston Scott. I'm gonna go for Philly side. Boston Scott, the third running back.
Hey, they had a prop bet in there. The over and under going 13 yards.
Oh, for Boston Scott.
Yeah, and I take the over. Shit, he could run 13 yards by one play.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty much most of the cool props that I saw for today. Let's just talk about real quick. This is on a neutral field in a dome in Glendale, Arizona. I'm just trying to factor that in. I think Bama, does that favor either team more?
No, I don't think so. So I mean, neither team's used to playing in the dome at their home stadium. I mean, no. Equal playing ground. They're both teams that rely on speed to get what they do on offense and defense. So I don't think it helps either one or hurts either one.
See, and the other part about that too, they're not playing on turf; they're playing on real grass.
No, they are, but it's going to be 70.
They're playing on real grass. We saw it this morning.
It's real grass. They grow it outside and roll it in.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Ever seen that stadium? It looks like a freaking flying saucer in the middle of the desert.
It actually is probably. It's going to take off one day.
I think if I had to give the edge to anybody, I think I would say maybe just the Chiefs a little, because it's going to be nice and warm, which will be beneficial to that ankle of Patrick Mahomes as opposed to negative 6.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to try and pull out some sort of advantage, that could be a slight one, actually. Yeah, but
that's the only thing I could really think about that advantage. And Veterans Stadium, man, it sounds like it's like playing in the freaking. It's like playing in the hood.
Yeah, but I mean, Arrowhead's a tough spot too, man, and they got a home field advantage for a reason, also. So.
Yeah, man, it's pretty much even. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we could probably wrap this up. So I'm gonna do. All right. I know who everybody's. Bama.
Yeah.
What's your final score prediction of this game?
Final score: Philadelphia 31, Kansas City 24.
31-24. Okay, and you're so obviously if you're putting $1 million on the game, you're taking the Eagles minus the 1.5.
Yes.
No problem. TMP. So 31-24. So that's an over. TMP. What's your prediction?
Yeah, man.
I like the Eagles. I gave the 1.5. I like the over 51. I think the score will be 38-31 Eagles.
Wow.
Damn.
That is a high scoring one. Yeah.
That's a high score, yeah.
That would be a fun game if it was 38-31. That would be fun to watch.
I think it will be. You know, I know, you know, Kansas City's great in the red zone for the defense, but all around, you know, Philadelphia is too. But you got two very explosive offensives. I could just see the score just get boosted up. Like I said, whoever wins that coin toss, I know they're going to probably want the ball first just to prove a point and get the point started.
Yeah.
Tails never fails.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, tails comes up. I think it's 51% of the time. So.
That's almost half. Or
Yeah.
just a little.
If you flip a quarter 100 times, sounds like it'll come up 51 times. Okay, G Unit. What is your
I'm going to go
predicted
lower.
score?
I'm going to go lower just because this is going to be such a good game. They're both going to hold each other. 27-24 Chiefs. I think it's going to come down to the referees and the calls too. I mean, you guys called the calls last game. It was just insane, all the flags and I don't know. Can you imagine being a referee at this game?
Mm-hmm. Boy, yeah, no, dude.
Now I wouldn't want to be a referee this game. Huh?
Yeah, it's going to come down to the calls too. It's going to be.
Hopefully
great.
they let them play a little bit. Nothing tic-tac.
Yeah.
And go both ways. You know, both teams if you're gonna do it. You know, don't just
It seems like in the super.
give them no flags. No flags. Dude.
I know, right?
Man. God, I wish I was there. This would be a super fun game to be at. I originally I was saying 34-31 Chiefs. I think I'm gonna knock 3 points off of both those. I'm gonna go 31-28 Chiefs, and it comes with a fourth quarter, less than 2 minutes left. Patrick Mahomes drive.
Yeah,
kick a field goal.
Which is gonna get stopped. Jalen Hurts is gonna nail it out.
We're gonna have fun today.
Just you know, great players are great for a reason. You know,
you're just right. You're about to get introduced to a great player named Jalen Hurts today.
We might.
I've seen him since college. He's good. He's not gonna be afraid of the moments of today.
Yeah.
I got a free $5 free play, so I put the $5 on D. Smith to score the first touchdown of the game. So that's why I'm hoping the Eagles also get the ball first.
We shall see. I think, God, we'll know early. But just Patrick Mahomes, dude, he's GOAT Junior.
Yeah, it's hard to go against Mahomes, man. It really is, but got to.
But not today.
Goats get beat sometimes.
Not today.
He's going to be the fainting goat.
But I think the NFC is overrated. I think the Eagles are overrated. And I think Mahomes is Superman.
I agree.
For this week, huh?
I bet your underwear is just KC all over it, bro. I swear you. Oh, traitor!
Well, you know, but then believe me, my tone will change come next season when freaking Sean Payton revives Russell Wilson's career and we're out there whooping the Chiefs next season.
We'll see.
Don't jinx our Broncos.
All right, dudes. Everybody have a great Super Bowl Sunday. You guys have
Yes.
Go Eagles!
Go Eagles! Good luck. Good game. Go Squares. Go money.
Have a good one, guys.
I hope to be high-fiving you next time I see you, Miss G Unit.
Woohoo!
Because the Chiefs are Super Bowl champions.
That's right.
So,
Have
all right,
Let
guys.
me high-five and say, man, next year, bro, next year.
And then tomorrow we're gonna wake up. Football is gonna be over, and we're gonna have to shift gears, guys. We're gonna have to get.
Hopefully, I'll have a little bit of money in my pocket. Come on, the pools.
It'll be It'll be all about NBA, the NCAA tournament, spring training.
Hey, go Nuggets right now, man. Go Nuggets.
Yeah, the Nuggies.
Even though they screwed up their trade with Bones Highland, man, they only got 2 freaking second-round picks for Bones Highland. He was better. He was worth more than that.
Yeah. So but sadly, sadly, this is the last, live NFL sports and tacos for a while.
Yep.
We will be going into diet sports wasteland.
Hey, actually, Spencer, USFL starts up soon.
Oh well, maybe we'll dedicate an entire show every week to the USFL.
My Birmingham Stallions. Dun, 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 dun,
we can start doing tennis specials, golf specials. It'll be amazing. So, all right, guys, everybody have a good Super Bowl Sunday.
Yep,
and,
enjoy.
Yeah,
Good one.
Yeah. Woo!
Go Chiefs. Go Chiefs. Go Chiefs.
Go Birds. Go Philly.
Later.